Hey guys, good morning. It's Tony. I didn't want to make a follow-up video from yesterday just because we had such a ridiculous movement in the market. But before I do start, I do want to say, like always, please subscribe, like, and comment. I have seen a couple people mention some tickers, so I will be doing that today. I will be running a lot of TA. Hopefully, in the next, I will be releasing the video sometime in the next hour or two. I am gonna go run for a bit, so I'll probably release the TA for a bunch of you guys. There's a lot of people that commented, right? So I'll definitely start working on all the TA that people requested. There's a free sauce, right? Every once in a while, I give you guys free sauce. This is something that I only do for the Patreon members, or something that we, here's a 2-day chart on Baba. It's essentially, closed bullish, right? On the 2-day. Usually when that happens, Baba has a really good history of running, 82 to like $103, 2-day, right? 2-day close around 65 to like 85. So maybe like around I'm expecting maybe like a 20-point run back to like, or maybe like a 10-point run back to like $93. So I definitely say towards earnings, which is what, May 18th. So I'd go with maybe like a month out, calls just in case with some time. But I can definitely see us going back to possibly like a 93.85, somewhere around this range by like May 12th. But I think for now, it's a free sauce. I think it's a really good. I'm not a signal service, but I'll do this every once in a while for you guys, just because we've had a lot of Patreon members join. Which, thank you, that's great. Also, that we're talking about that, I'd like to give a shout out to my sponsor, myself. You guys can join the Patreon at www.patreon.com/but-I-am-not-a-trader. And I'm only saying this because I want everybody to be grandfathered in, because I told you guys that I will be getting out of. I even told my Patreon members yesterday, right? I told them, like, if I'm not like lazy this weekend, I'm gonna create my website and I'm gonna put everything on there, and I'm gonna start charging like $750 to like $1,000, right? I'm done charging. So right now you guys can get the Patreon for like $10 a month. I'm done doing that, bro. Like, for the last like 2 years or so, I've had enough people join. There's enough people that love everything, so there's no reason for me to only charge $10 a month. I've been underselling myself for a very long time, and that's really it. I'm just being transparent with you guys, right? I think my stuff is worth so much more than $750, $1,000, right? I should be charging like 10 grand or 20 grand for this or something. But anyways, if you guys want to be grandfathered in, www.patreon.com/but-I'm-not-a-trader. I definitely recommend it. It's more of a cost opportunity for you guys. Patreon's like $10 a month, bro. It's not a lot, right? It's like 1 or 2 Starbucks drinks, right? It's $10 a month right now. And the chat is ridiculous, bro. Like, people there are getting, some guy, like, shout out to Carlos. He's funded now like with 5 accounts. One of the guys named Source. He started last year on with us on Forex, and now he's doing like 5-digit days, which is ridiculous. It's just a couple people, right? So many people on there, so helpful. That's what I'm saying. Like, this group is crazy, bro. Like, we're a small group, but I don't like having like 1,000 people on there. Like, I like having super really good people on there, right? And if you guys want to stick around and join, again, it's just so you guys get grandfathered in and don't have to eventually pay $750 to like $1,000 for it. It's more of a cost opportunity. Anyways, free source on Baba, and then we'll go back to running SPX right now for you guys. So what happened on Friday is absolutely ridiculous, right? This is one of the craziest days, I think, that I've ever seen, apart from right here, right? Apart from what happened, it's basically the same thing that happened, almost the exact same thing that happened on April 26th to like April 27th in that single day. Except this was in 1 day. Except this was in 2 days, right? This was in just 1 day, which is the crazy part, right? So this move here from like 408, or back from 407, right, to highs of 416, this $10 move happened in 2 days as opposed to just 1 day, right? That overnight gap, and then just that single day push, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. But for right now, right, you do have, again, plenty of resistance here at this 416, 415 level, and we've had this resistance for a very long time, right? We've had it for a very long time. I can say we have maybe 4-hour resistance right here, exactly at that 416.1 level. So let me put that, and let me change the color just so we can tell, like right there, right? We'll change it to like green, right? Because that, for some reason, that that says 4-hour to me. All the red horizontal lines are weekly resistance. So again, extremely huge support, support at 407, 407, extremely huge resistance on this 414 level. And the thing is too, you actually went all the way up to 416 and you sold off right at the end. So there's a lot of selling pressure right here, and I think that as of right now you have hit a top. I do not think you keep pushing more to the upside. Again, it is extremely possible that we do. You already broke trend right here. Strong chances you're going to come back here and retest maybe this area at like 411 and then push up, or you can push up and then come down. But you already broke this trend here, right? Already broke this 4-hour trend that was going on from May 1st. So that's why we had a nice little push up. And again, we did close a daily bull trigger, which usually minimum you do have another bull candle pop up. So the chances of us on Monday popping back up to like 416 is extremely high. I personally am just adding shorts, and you're also on this daily open funnel kind of going on, right? This funnel chat going on, right? Where essentially all you're doing is just going down, going up, going down, going up, going down. So my next expectation right now is for us to possibly go all the way back up to 421, possibly to these highs of like 419 or so. I don't think we're gonna do that, in my opinion, even though we closed that daily, because we had that wick there. So I actually think that instead of going all the way up, right, to this top of the funnel and going like this, right, doing this all over again, I actually think from here it's gonna go like this, right? In order for us to go back all the way up to here, in order for us to go all the way back up to 420, I think we stay steady here until CPI, and then CPI comes out and 420, and if it's extremely good, I think we shoot up to 420, right? And then possibly sell off again. But for now, I do think that from this level, 414, 416, because of that wig, I do think we're gonna start selling off back to 407. The crazy part is the weekly actually showed bearish in the beginning, right? This is what I'm looking for, waiting for that green dot to turn on the weekly. The weekly actually turned bearish in the beginning of the week, which is absolutely insane to me. And then it just gave it up because you have so much buying pressure here at 407. So in my mind, that 407 needs to break. You have to break these lows of like 406.1 on the SPX. So that breaks, again, next level is 398 and then 380. I don't even think 397, this level, 397, 398 is going to hold, honestly. I actually think you're going to drop insanely hard to 380 if we have some really bad CPI or something, because I think it wants to drop hard. I think that's what it's planning on. I think that's what the SPX wants to do. The SPX wants to drop, right? And again, usually what happens at these levels is all I'm waiting for is just for the stochastic to be at these lows again, right? You have a small trend up here, right? You have a small trend up here on the stochastic on the 3-day. So you didn't actually hit extreme lows, but I am expecting it to at least go back and test these levels, right? So I'm expecting the stochastic to actually come down here, from here, come down possibly here, close a bull trigger, and then shoot up, right? Which is why I think that you're actually coming down to 385. And I still think that, right? I still think we're coming down to 385. There's no reason for me to think otherwise. Let me put it here. Just so we have that trend to remember us by, right? There we go. And again, we'll add that second trend right here. There we go. And then second trend up here. Again, you broke trend, came up, retested, you're just kind of chilling here. That's why I think that you're going to come back down to at least 383, 335. It's just a simple market structure, right? You're on an uptrend, you break it, come back up and retest, and then you fall. That's why I'm still bearish towards 385. So nothing, in my opinion, has changed. I think short term, that Friday, I think this is due to a lot of zero DTEs coming in. from like a lot of people. That's why you see like AMD shooting up like crazy. That's why you saw Redfin shooting up like crazy, because a lot of these zero DTEs that are being bought, that's what's giving a lot of that's what's giving, you know, a lot of potential to the squeeze, because now Wall Street Bet is just doing a bunch, like retail is now funneling into a bunch of big money on zero DTEs, which is cool because people make money on that way, right? But it's extremely dumb and risky, because then you have moves like this that incentivize the market makers to actually push price and squeeze it, and squeeze the hell out of everybody out with zero TEs. So I think it's a bad idea, right? I think that now it's the same thing that happened with Barclays in 2020, where they released their thesis that all they were doing is selling calls, selling out of the money calls to these new retail traders, because a bunch of retail came in with their stimulus checks, and all they were doing is just trading, you know, out the money calls, right, options, and that was it. And they basically killed the market doing that. Like they basically, like, they were basically the casino. It was just easy money for them. And I think this is the same thing. I think this is the same thing, because people are buying zero DTE puts or calls or whatever, and then the market makers have an incentive to squeeze everybody out of the market, make a shit ton of money, and then drop the price all over again, right? That's essentially what happens almost every single Friday, right? It squeezes everybody out and then immediately drops after. So that same Friday, everybody just loses their money, right? I don't know. I think zero DTEs are a bad idea, especially from retail. I think it's the same Barclays thesis all over again, just a different strategy. Anyways, I'm done with this. Just wanted to talk about that crazy push. Still bearish. There's no reason for me to be bullish. Again, I'm still thinking we're going to drop down to 385. Don't see it any other way. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.